across these plains and prairies, Rocky Mountain highs, fade off into the distance like ghost riders in the sky. Black smoke and white line, still horses side.
At our pickup, crane's here, already loaded one truck. That's pretty cool. I thought I would have the first one in, but apparently not. So here's our piece right here. This is what we're getting. Crane's moving now. He's gonna get repositioned over here by this thing and then pick it up. I don't know if I'll back under it or he'll swing it over to me or what, but I'm gonna take a height measurement on this thing. They're telling me that those bottom legs right there can come off. They're unbolted, ready to come off right now. So I'm gonna take a height measurement on it and see if they even need to. I don't know. Looks like they probably will. It's kind of high, so let's see what we got here. Yeah, they're definitely gonna need to come off. Sitting on the ground the way it is right now, it's 13 foot 6 inches. So, but I measured it without the legs, or as if the legs were coming off, and I came up with 11 foot 8 inches if we take the legs out from underneath it. So that'll be good. That'll be legal. No big deal. We'll I'll leave this thing out. Once it's on the trailer, we'll get another measurement just to be 100% sure, but looks good, looks good, looks good. Man, I need a new bag. This poor thing's seen better days. One thing I like about hauling this stuff is you don't have to detach. What's up, man? Looks like he's moving the crane over into place right now. Working pretty good today. I want to give a little shout out, I guess, to Josh, the guy I got this load from. He's with Simple Logistics, and he like kind of living up to his name on this one. Very simple process. Good guy, real good guy. So, if you guys need freight, give Josh a call. He's a reasonable guy, kind of a no BS kind of guy. I called and booked this load yesterday, and he knew what he was knew what he needed to get, and I knew what I needed to get, and we came to an agreement, and it was a nice, easy, simple process. So enjoy working with Josh, and I'm sure you will too. So this is right here's one of the flatbed loads. Looks like they got another one of these loads sitting on the other side there that another flatbed's going to get. And then I think down there at the other end of the parking lot, down behind Ghost, there's another load. So sitting down there. Looks like we'll be loaded here pretty quick. All right, he's picking this thing up now. I think we're gonna spin it. I think we're gonna spin that thing around so this flat part is to the front. They got some PVC pipe inside of it that they've been putting in this back door here, right there. And the other end is open. And I don't know if it'd be better to have it forward or not, but I think I'm gonna put it this way. That way, if I slam on the brakes, that plastic piping inside is not going to come forward. There's very little chance of me taking off fast enough for it to come out. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to spin it around. Either he's going to spin it or I'll spin the truck around, and we'll load it with this door facing forward so that I don't have to worry as much about that plastic pipe that's inside. There's a bunch of plastic pipe just laying at the bottom of that thing right now. So they got 4 bolts I got to take off them bottom legs yet, and then he's going to pick it up and spin it, and we'll put it on a trailer. This is where this got a little bit rough. Turns out it's not legal. Turns out it's 9 foot 1 inches wide on the back, and we are trying to figure out if there's something to do to make it a little bit smaller. I don't see it, so looks like we're gonna end up ordering permits on this thing, but I gotta get a hold of Josh, let him know what's going on. See what he says here.
She
everybody. Pulled in the job site. Waiting on the forklift to get here to take these things off. These guys are going to go ahead and take these legs off the back, so I figure I'd cover securement real quick. I had 4 legs for this thing that were on the bottom, you saw, that we're going to take off the back of this thing, and then I'll cover securement on the rest of it. Talk to you in a minute. Here, delivery. We just took the, we had the legs for that thing that you saw in the loading video. We had them laying back here, a couple straps over them. We just took those off. Those guys took them in. We're waiting on the forklift to get here, pick this thing off. Telling me that the lift is going to be here about 9 o'clock. Got here a little bit early. Got here about 7:20 or so. Just sitting here waiting. What I did for securement on this thing? This thing, when the crane picked it up, for those of you who don't know, most of the cranes, when they pick something up, they can tell how much it weighs. They have a scale inside their inside the crane, so they know how much they're picking up. When he picked it up, when he finally had all tension on it, he told me that this thing weighs about just over 11,000 pounds. So very light, very easy. It's just kind of a big kite. Like, I was excited because I thought I was going to get great fuel mileage on the way down, but because it's so big and it's just a big wind catch, so it just didn't do any better than I normally do on fuel. Kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. So what I did for securement, we ended up having to, because of these pipes right here, because of these, there's actually 2 more pipes underneath here that were leaking. You can kind of see the fluid all over the trailer. They zip tied them up like this, but because of these pipes we had underneath here, we couldn't set it completely down on the deck without crushing those pipes. So I got a couple of my outrigger boards out. I'll show you right here. We ended up just putting it on 2 of my outrigger boards, put one on each end, kept it up off those pipes so they didn't bend. Caused a little bit of problem, gave us a 2-inch rise, which we were going to be overhyped no matter what. It was 13.8 on the trailer itself. Like, if we'd have put it down, it would have been 13.8, but ended up being 13.10 with these boards underneath with my outrigger board. So what I did for securement, because it only weighs 11,000 pounds, it doesn't take a lot to hold it on there. I ended up chaining in each corner. I just took my chain, wrapped around the base post on the side, and came right down to the trailer. I did that on all 4 corners. 11,000 pound load. You got to have 5,500 pounds of securement on it. We have 4 chains. We get half credit for all of them. So we have 13,000 pounds of securement on 11,000 pound load. The only catch is DOT could have said something, because technically there's a length rule where you got to have so many securement devices for so many feet. So technically I probably could have had a securement device there and a securement device there for DOT regulations, but nobody ever bothers us, RGN, heavy equipment, nobody ever bothers us about that length requirement. So I knew that I was good. That's why I tied my chains, the back one pulling forward, the front one pulling backwards, pulling toward the back. Keep the tension, you know, forward and rearward movement, as well as downward pressure on the chain. And that kind of, you know, bringing that in a little bit kind of gets those chains closer together, makes it look a little better for that length roll. But there you go. Placement on this thing, it really didn't matter. It's only 11,000 pounds, so it didn't make any difference at all where I put it, but you could only put it one place. It's pretty big, so I might have been able to shift it back and forth maybe a foot, but I don't know why I would do that. It doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing unsecured. As soon as forklift gets here, we're gonna get it unloaded. Our boy I loaded with, he's over there in the driveway right there. I got his all ready to go. Well, as soon as they get here, they're already taking pieces off of his too. Anything they can pick up by hand or with the little forklift, they've been taking off of his. So here we go. get this thing unsecured, and as soon as that lift gets here, we'll get out of here. Got a load booked. Man, this week has been a struggle. I'm actually going to do a video. I'm planning on doing a video when I'm on my way home after I get loaded this afternoon, doing like an overview recap of this week and the struggles that we've had finding freight. Whew, man, this is a battle right now. It's a battle, and this week was no different. And it was sort of an emotional roller coaster for me, with the highs and lows of finding load, and it canceled on me. And some guys thought I had a load, and they couldn't get it moved to the right day, and it's been one thing after another, and we're not done yet. I think I have a load booked. And I think it's all good, but it ain't on the trailer yet, so I ain't counting any chickens. So I'll talk to y'all in a minute.
So first off, you're going to notice the little different angle, a little different sound quality, a little different video quality, because it's a different camera, because I'm an idiot. What you should be seeing right now is a really great view from a really great angle of me unloading that icebox. And what my camera is seeing right now is still seeing me unloading that icebox, because I left my camera at the customer. I left my GoPro sitting right where it was when I was recording that unload. And this is part of this week. Tough loads to find, tough loads to book, stressful week, very stressful, and it got worse. I said earlier on the video, we ain't done yet. It isn't on my trailer, and I can tell you right now that load isn't on my trailer right now. So this has been one of them weeks, and I was going to make a video on the way home tomorrow or tonight or whatever, covering the struggles from this week, and I still plan on doing that. It's going to have to be next week when I get my GoPro back. Luckily enough, Ray down there at that delivery, super nice guy, super nice place. I called him when I realized I didn't have it, that I forgot it there. I called him and I said, "Hey man, is my camera?" He said, "Yeah, I see it." I said, "Is there any way you can ship that to me?" And he, way above and beyond, he immediately sent, within an hour, I had a receipt from him from UPS where he was shipping that thing to me. So Ray, if you're watching the video, man, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. I can't say enough about you. Josh, if you're watching this and Ray didn't happen to see it, you get a chance to talk to him, please tell him I said thank you. I have thanked him several times, and way above and beyond what he had to do, and I appreciate him getting that camera to me. Now, on to why I don't have anything on my trailer right now. So the place I was loading at, I'm not going to say where, doesn't matter. I went to load. It was about 4 hours from the delivery from this morning, and because of the whole forklift, you know how in the video you saw me, I said, "Oh, we're waiting on the forklift to get here." That forklift never got there until about 10 o'clock. They loaded the truck, unloaded the truck in front of me, which took a little bit on rigging and getting that set up and getting that thing off the trailer. So they get him unloaded, get me unloaded, and now it's about 11:15 or so, and I took off from there. Now, the place I was picking up from has a cutoff of 250, hard cutoff at 255. So I went running, and I ran my little butt off. I ran hard to try and make that pickup, and I was cutting time off and cutting time off and cutting time off, and I was chopping it down. And what it came down to is I was actually going to make it, and I went in the wrong gate. I went in the first gate that was there. Thought that was the right one. I mean, it said the name of the company. Pulled in there, that gate said, "No, man, you're supposed to be loading at the next gate." And I said, "Okay." Unfortunately, that area wasn't set up for trucks. So when I got through the gate and tried to get turned around, I very much struggled with, this is weird, trying to figure out where to put my eyes on this particular camera, so I apologize if it looks weird. Anyways, getting spun around there was a little bit difficult. So it took me a couple minutes to get spun around, and I said, can you call the other gate and let them know that I'm here and I'm coming? And he said, yeah, I'll try. They don't answer very much, but I'll try. I said, I appreciate that. And I got over to the other gate, and it was, they had hard cut off 255. Got to be checked in by 255. 258. 258. I rolled into there. Ran up to the booth. I said, listen, is there any way I can get loaded? Any way at all? The girl says, sorry, I can't help you. I said, is there a way I can talk to these guys inside? Like, if they can put it on a trailer, I can pull back out and I'll secure it out here. I'll buy them lunch. Like, is there anything we can do? I have 3 minutes. Come on now. And nothing we can do for you. Frustrating. Very, very frustrating. So that's that. And so I backed up over in their holding lot, spent some time looking at the board, trying to find something else. I called the agent on that load and told him what was going on, and tried to find something else. Considered staying for the weekend, picking that thing up on Monday. It just didn't seem like the right idea. Tried finding a couple other, and there was a bunch of loads, like 3 or 4 loads that I could have got, but because it was so late in the day, there was no way for me to get to those places before they closed. So where I was running into that quite a bit. I was running into where the people the brokers or agents that I talked to weren't able to get a hold of their customer to find out if I could even be there or get there in time, or they would be there to load me, or any. And it just 5 or 6 times I tried different loads, and it just nothing panned out. Nothing came across. So what did happen, and how this ended up, was I found a load in Amherst, Ohio, that's got to go to Baltimore, I believe. It was paying a little under $10 a mile. Fantastic load, like $10 a mile. That's a good load. So found that load. Pretty good money. And what I did there was, in order to see if I could even make this make sense in my own mind, I took the total charge on that load. I added the miles from where I was to my house, then from my house to pickup, and then from pickup to delivery. And I added all those miles together, got that total amount. I divided that by the amount that the load was paying, and it still came out to a little over $4 a mile for that load. So I thought, all right, if I can't find something, I'm going to take this and I will just bounce home and get it. And I feel a little bit better about the situation. In the end, I couldn't find anything, so that's what I did. And that's how I ended up with nothing on my trailer right now. I am bouncing home from North Carolina, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this goes on Monday. Oh man! Well, as soon as I get my GoPro back, which I would imagine will be sometime in the middle of next week. As soon as I get my GoPro back, I'm gonna shoot a video. This might be without a video for a few days. I'm gonna shoot a video on what exactly happened all of this week, because this week I basically have hauled one load that I got paid for this entire week, because of the situations that have happened. It's just been like a snowball of 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just like, overcome this happens, overcome that happens, overcome that happens, overcome that happens, and unfortunately, this last one, I just wasn't able to overcome it. Just couldn't get the last one done. Think I got something that at least a little bit justifies it. So thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody watching the channel. I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're brand new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I appreciate it. I like watching those numbers grow. If you're coming back to the channel and you've watched my videos before, I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope it was somewhat educational for you, and I hope you got something out of it. If so, please leave me a comment down below. I like reading them. I try to get back to everybody as quick as possible. Not always the fastest, but I try to answer everybody. And I'm still small enough that I can still do that and be a little more personal with it. So I appreciate everybody watching. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And I would say we're going to see you on Monday, but I'm not sure we are. See what happens with this camera, if it gets to me or not. I don't know. I got to check the tracking number and find out. So talk to you on the next one.